The National Think Tank for Small Business, the MTG, unanimously agreed in April 2019, before the last federal election, that the Labor Party should be renamed the Lemon Party.
It's quite simple. These ALP lemons no longer remotely represent the working families of the 5 million people in small business, and they're cuddled up to the Greens for preferences.
Here are some marine industry examples of destruction in Queensland by their green policies.
In the 1990s, they demonised dredging of the Brisbane River, halting 100 years of cheap acquisition of aggregate for house building, concrete, pavers, etc. But they also destroyed the navigation channel in the Brisbane River and exacerbated flood risk. I know, I was there as the consultant opposing this.
15 years later, in 2011, without the dredging, the shallow river easily flooded and killed 38 people. Recent proposals to barge containers from the railhead at Acacia Ridge down to the port were stymied as the river is no longer navigable upriver from the city.
The same ALP lemon anti-dredging policy blocked many navigation channels and river entrances from the Gold Coast to Cape York and into the Gulf waterways. This adversely affected barging, professional and recreational fishermen, recreational boats and charter boats.
In fact, a lot of dredging at the river mouths not only exacerbates upriver flooding, but it endangers the lives of people crossing these bars.
It also adversely affects the economies of towns like 1770, Innisfail, Cooktown, that benefit greatly from tourists arriving by boats or ships.
The Lemons enhanced their coastal lockdown by declaring marine parks and sensitive fish habitats, mostly without any scientific basis, or misreporting the state of the barrier reef.
Their paranoia about possible coal export points also saw them introduce the Sustainable Ports Act, stopping any regional farmers or minerals exporters from accessing cheaper water transport.
Indigenous groups trying to establish marine infrastructures have also been obstructed in this myopic anti-Queensland policy, where their youth are suffering from record high levels of unemployment.
Marine infrastructure in Thursday Island and the Torres Strait Islands is a disgrace.
So anyone who owns a boat of any size, please ensure that you don't vote for the ALP Lemons or the Greens.
Palaszczuk may have scared you witless about COVID to the point that you might think she saved you, but people dying of suicides and destruction of businesses and families has had a much greater toll. She is a disgrace.
If you have the urge to vote Greens or Lemons, run your head repeatedly into a brick wall until that urge subsides.
Authorised by Art Wilkes, Senior Vice President, MTG. Hasn't Palaszczuk done anything positive?
Yes, she and her Green cohorts actually created 84 small businesses. Yes, they used to be big businesses.
If Palaszczuk is beaten, do you think she'll get a job elsewhere?
Yes, she'll easily get a gig at the ABC. That place is full of highly paid non-performers, and she will fit in really well.
But if these lemons, as you call them, win this next state election, what do you recommend?
The Lemons have never paid any attention to Queensland north of Noosa, so we should move north and secede and close off the border to southeast Queensland, sealing the Lemons off, because they're used to it.